I actually have a pregnancy scare at the moment, so I'm waiting for the day of my period. Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is To anyone who doesn't know me, if you are new here, you're most welcome, and I sincerely hope that at the end of this video you would have subscribed and become a part of my family. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for your continuous love and support. It really does not go unnoticed. And yeah, if you like this video, please give it a massive thumbs up. Please comment down below. Please subscribe to my channel. We are on the road to 2,000 subscribers, and I know that you guys can do it. You can definitely do it. So I'm really excited for that. So in today's video, we are going to be doing a Q&A tag. This is part 2. In case anyone hasn't watched the first part, go and watch the first part and then come back here. Okay, so yeah, so the video was getting a bit too lengthy, and I thought, let me just stop and then I will continue with the rest of the questions. But let us get straight into the video. First question says, how come you hardly talk about your twin? I don't know, man. I don't think there's anything to say about her. Also, my twin sister bores me. She annoys me. She disgusts me because I have been trying for the longest time to get her on this channel, but she's always beating around the bush, and I don't know. So someone actually asked that I feature her on my channel, but I can't seem to get her on. She's difficult. Also, she's not really a YouTube person, so she doesn't really understand this whole thing, doesn't watch YouTube. So it's kind of like, but that's funny because she wants me to feature her on my stuff, but I don't know why she's hesitating to be on my channel. But I promise you guys, I will definitely get her for you. So yeah, I don't think there's a lot to say about her, but yeah, literally, I don't know how to respond to that question. But next question, are you in a relationship, and if so, with who? I love the liver of this person. Just with your chest, you actually asked with who, like who, as in you want the name of this person. Girl, I admire your liver. Give me a piece of it. So yes, I am in a relationship with someone, and that's all that you're gonna get from me. Next question, what is your biggest fear? What do you love most about yourself? My biggest fear, I think I have two. My biggest fear has got to be living in this world with no purpose, living with nothing to lose, and just waking up and living because I'm breathing. Yeah, no, I don't ever want to get to that point. When someone has nothing to lose, they don't care about their dignity, they don't care about their pride, they're just living, and no matter like, they don't care what they do, they don't care how the things they do impact them, they don't care how other people view them. Obviously you shouldn't, but to a certain degree you should actually care about what people view you as, how you present yourself to people. You should absolutely care about that. And yeah, that's my biggest fear. I never want to live a life like that, an unfulfilling life where I just wake up and I just live because, well, it is another day and I'm still breathing, so I guess I got to live. I don't ever want to get to that point. My other biggest fear, let's just hope I don't cry, but definitely losing my parents. And we've had quite a number of funerals in my family this year, and with each funeral I would just think about how it would be if it was either my mother or father that all these people are here gathered to bury. And I don't know, it's weird, I tend to think about that sometimes, and I hate it so much because there is no single time that I think about it and I can't cry, because I can't imagine my life without my parents. I don't know what I would do. I don't know what I would be. I don't know how I would be expected to continue with my life. I I would be miserable. Yeah, and the not so nice thing about it is that we are not going to live forever. At some point, they are going to lose me, or I am going to lose them, and that's the scariest thing. And besides God, I definitely live my life for my parents, and not in a way that, not in a sense that I'm saying that I do whatever they want and, they call the shots, they pull me by the nose. No, not really. But I'm just saying I am forever indebted to my parents, and I owe them every little thing that I do. I owe them my entire life, and they thing is, when I start talking about my parents, I also don't shut up. So, but my parents are my biggest blessing, definitely. um no questions about it. And yeah, let's hopefully let's get um something light, so we don't get heavy and emotional. Next question: what did you study, and was it your dream qualification? So I am a town and regional planner, so I studied town and regional planning, right? I studied at the University of Johannesburg. I hold two qualifications to my name. So I studied with a national diploma in town and regional planning, and then I also studied postgrad, which is a BTech in town and regional planning. Now, if you do a degree, you do a degree, and then after a degree, you do your honors. But with a diploma, if you do a diploma, and then you do a BTech after that. So a BTech would be equivalent to an honors degree, right? So that's what I studied, and this the two qualifications that I have. I am currently studying too. I'm currently doing a short learning program in urban sustainability management, which is for the duration of 6 months, which is also offered by the University of Johannesburg. So this is a short course that you do for 6 months prior to you doing your master's degree. So basically, I'm already on my journey to completing my master's degree. So I am doing this short learning program, which I should be able to complete in December this year, November. And then next year, January, I register for master's in urban sustainability management. So yeah, that's what I studied, and this is what I'm continuing to study. I love education. So there's a lot of things that I'm still going to study, but I think this is my final full on blown course, my master's degree, that is next year, because it will be for a year. After that, I will only be doing short courses. There's a lot that I like to learn. I want certificates in a lot of things, in business management, events management, social media, marketing, public relations, politics, what is this? Service delivery, municipal governance. There's just a lot of things that I want to study. I don't know if I'll be done with school ever in my life. It doesn't look like it, but I'm not complaining. So it was definitely my dream qualification. So when I was in high school in Limpopo, and when we were in grade 11, we were given this huge career book that has all the careers in South Africa, and that was sort of to help us, because obviously when you're in grade 11, then you start applying for varsity. So we had that book, and it would rotate to everyone in grade 11, so that we can see what we want to study and stuff like that. I saw town and regional planning in that book for the first time, and my mind was blown away. I was like, this is exactly what I'm doing. I fell in love with that. And and the only thing that I would say is that I wish I had done research in terms of the specific courses and modules that I was going to actually do, so that I can prepare myself, right? Because I was shocked when I got to school and there was drawing, and I knew nothing about drawing, which is why I failed drawing and I had to repeat it. And then after repeating, I actually saw that it's actually not that hard. It was just all in my mind, because I just told myself, this thing is difficult, I can't do it. And I never even put in any effort, right? But yeah, essentially that was my dream qualification. But I would advise anyone who is intending to study anything to do thorough, intensive research in terms of the specific courses that you will actually be doing to complete that qualification. So and as I did say, I will be bringing a career guidance segment on my channel, and I will be doing all that for you. So I will be also giving details in terms of what exactly are you expected to do in that specific course, what are the exact modules and subjects that you will be doing. So when that segment comes, I will be serving you all the content that you need. So yeah, next question. Washapanane, you look like that girl who will drop a big girl, just look at me. Don't I look so innocent and just so sweet? I don't do it, guys. I definitely am a no nonsense girl. I put my foot down. Yeah, no, I put my foot down, even at work, wherever. I make sure that I say my mind. I say, and not to say that I'm disrespectful or anything, but if you are being disrespectful to me, then you will get a taste of your own medicine. But if it's like an old person that I'm in disagreement with, for example, my I don't know if I want to speak about this now, but we'll definitely talk about it another time. But for example, I every now and again have issues with my manager at work, and because she's old and she's also my manager, I'm obviously expected to take everything that she gives me. But I've never been that person. Since the day that I felt like she was just making things difficult for me, I've been able to put my foot down and say, hey, listen, I don't agree with you here. And I say it in the most respectful way. That's the thing with me. And I think I think it must be so tiring for the next person, for this person to be so sincere and so decent, but they're also still saying nonsense, and yeah, so I definitely put my foot down, and I'm always ready to say my mind. I'm always ready to defend myself if needs be. I'm always ready to tell people off if I feel like they're doing what they're not supposed to be doing. But in terms of fighting and khoshapana, guys, I'm not that person. I've never been that person. I literally I can't even there's a nephew of mine that we stay with at home, and I tell him all the time, he's so troublesome, guys. Like, he's tiring. His name is Kujo Walapisha. And I sometimes I just look at him and I'm like, yo, what's about wena? If ne ke khona go beta, ke sure be ke tlo beta ga 5 ka letšatši. That's how tiring he is. If I was that person who is able to just beat people up, I would beat him 5 times a day, because that's how tiring he is. But I can't. I can't even get, like, just to slap him, just to, man, it's just not in me. So that's not my thing. I really can't do those things. But yeah. Next question. What do you eat for breakfast? This is I eat everything. Listen, listen, I eat whatever I feel like eating for breakfast. So it could be a cereal, could be if I feel like a full-on. Sometimes I do treat myself, sometimes I do have energy to make like decent breakfast, so I have a full-on decent English breakfast. I will do that for myself. Sometimes I'll just have a smoothie. It really depends, man, on what I'm feeling like on that day. But whatever I feel like, if there's leftover pap and I wake up and I feel like, listen, that's exactly what I'll have. And yeah, so next question: how is the YouTube industry treating you? I say this YouTube thing, we are literally hanging by the thread, but it is passion that's making us do it anyway. The editing, the storage issues. Right now I am shooting with us, I'm not sure if, but I don't think the quality is that bad, but I'm shooting with a Samsung. This is my work tablet, and that's because so I bought batteries for my camera, which through Take a Lot, and they were delivered to my office. I was at work. They were delivered to work last week Friday. But on that Friday, as I was waiting for my boyfriend outside to come fetch me from work, I somehow forgot that box there, so I lost those batteries. I still have a heartbreak from this, and he said he will buy them for me. But just thinking about someone pass there and just pick them up, and they probably don't even have anything to use them for, and yeah, so it's tough, but we keep at it. And also another thing is that what did I want to say? So yeah, I'm shooting with a Samsung tablet right now. My phone has the best quality, but it's giving me storage issues, so I'm not able to shoot with it. So it's just a lot, man. We go through a lot as YouTubers. Sometimes you edit your video, and then like one video that I uploaded, you would see that somehow the footage just got tampered with. You don't even understand how these things happen, and then all of a sudden your video is playing, but ijemile, so it doesn't show anything. It's just freezing on a specific part, and there's just your voice speaking in the background. It's a lot. Like, I do understand people that get mental breakdowns from this, because it is really a lot to take. The editing, it's no, it's a lot, guys. So it's the passion that making us do it. I love YouTube, so I enjoy doing this. But so if even in all of that bad stuff that happens, I will still do it. I will continue choosing it. I will wake up every day and I will continue to choose YouTube no matter how much trouble it puts me through. So yeah. Next question: what makes you angry? I barely am ever angry. I do get angry, but I make a conscious decision not to let things drive me crazy, because I will literally go crazy. Because there's a lot of crazy stuff that people do in this world. So I just make sure to just make a conscious decision to not make people get to me like that, right? So what makes me angry is definitely inconsiderate people and disrespectful people. That makes me mad. That makes me really mad. Yeah. Um, so next question: how long have you been with your man? So I have been with him for, we actually argue about this quite a lot, because he thinks it's been like 2 months already, and it's a lie. I think it's been about a month. I'm not really sure, but I do remember tweeting something on the day that I met him, and I think we started dating like 2 days after that. So I need to find that tweet to actually be sure of the date. I wasn't interested in this man when I met him, which is why I don't remember the days. It's something very rare, because Mina, I remember the date of everyone, the dates of, the first day of dating someone all the time, especially if I'm really, really interested in that person. But this one, the intention was literally to go see him and tell him, good to look, hey, I'm not interested in you. But when you surprised that, oh guys, so now I need to go find that tweet and just be sure with you when exactly did you start dating. Next question: do you wait for the 90s or whenever it feels right? Yes, I think this is almost related to the 90-day rules. Listen, when it feels right, Ziyasha vele, 90 days, anyeke guys. Sorry, I will not be able to do it. Next question: do you think the lockdown was beneficial to you somehow? The lockdown was definitely very beneficial to me somehow. And listen, it gave me a time to reflect. It also gave me a lot of time to be able to create content for YouTube. It gave me a time to look, I'm that one person that always sees the good in everything bad. And for me, there can never be a completely bad situation. There's always something good that will come out of it. Even the COVID thing, even generally, not just for me personally, it was a really bad situation, but something good will come out of it, on a general basis, not just for me. So it definitely was able to it was beneficial to me in a lot of ways. Listen, I work and stay very far from my family. I've been able to stay at home with my family and bond with them and grow closer to them, and I really appreciate that. I'm getting closer to my family literally every single day. I think the more I grow, the more closer I get to my parents, which makes me really, really happy, because my mom doesn't see me as a child anymore. She literally tells me the big family secrets and gossips, because yabona ukuthi hayi noma umntana mfazi manje yabo. So I appreciate those things, and yeah, so I do, to a certain degree, appreciate the lockdown. Next question: when was the last time you had a pregnancy scare? Oh bao, it's so difficult being a girl, because listen, I get a pregnancy scare all the time. Okay, only if I'm not dating, then I don't get it. But for as long as I'm dating, every single month I am anticipating my period, because I'm like, And the funny thing is that even when I'm on a contraceptive, I don't trust it 100%. I still want to see my period for me to be sure with it I'm not pregnant. So I think I'm stressful to my partners in a sense, because then I'm always stressing them about, sure, what if I'm pregnant? What if this? What if that? So that's really annoying, but that's who I am. Yeah, no matter I'm using protection or what, I just get pregnancy scares all the time. The only thing that's gonna make me my heart at ease and give me peace is when I actually see my period. So yeah, I actually have a pregnancy scare at the moment, so I'm waiting for the day of my period. Next question: is the foam bath you're using pH balanced? It's a very random question. I genuinely no, I don't think it is, because it doesn't say anything. In fact, when I got this question, I think the next day I was going to do my toiletries at Discam, and then I saw a shower gel that was next to the foam bath that I buy, and it said pH balanced. And then I went and I looked at my foam bath, and it doesn't have anything like that. So I don't think it's pH balanced because it doesn't say anything. Next question: do your parents know you drink alcohol, and what was their reaction when you first told them? I don't know. My mom definitely does know, and I never had to tell her or anything. She just knows because we just drank. So at this point in my life, I don't hide it from my mom, because my mom is cool. Listen, my mom, I don't think my mom is strict, but she's influenced by her husband. That's, yeah, my dad is very, very strict. I think there's a lot of things that we could get we could get away with if my mom was a single parent. I don't think she's strict on a lot of things. It's just, obviously, as a husband and as a wife, you have to present, you have to have kind of, what do they call this thing? Oh, you have to present yourself as a united front, right? So my dad can't come and say no alcohol, and my mom says alcohol. It doesn't work, right? So I think basically this is just the issue with my parents. My mom is cool. My mom knows that if I take a picture of this wine glass right now and put it on my WhatsApp story, I will never hide my mom, and she will also say it. She won't say anything. Sometimes even at home we drink in front of her. Well, recently I did that, and at my aunt's, yeah, it was at my aunt's funeral. The day before the funeral, it was at night, and we're peeling the vegetables. We're having amarula there. She's cool. My mom is cool. My mom is really cool, actually. And yeah, so we talk about her. We talk with her, I mean, about a lot of stuff that you wouldn't necessarily talk to my dad about. And my dad, yeah, my mom is just very influenced by her husband, but otherwise she's a cool girl, you know. I'd be going to parties. I'd be telling her, for Guti, I'm going for a sleepover with my boyfriends. I'd be telling her stuff, and she wouldn't really have a problem. But because now, hey, umieni wake, it's just a different story. So yeah, but like, I never really had to sit her down and say, listen, I drink alcohol. No, I never did that. She just saw, because clarity is clear to see. And my mom does have a bit of alcohol sometimes. Don't let my dad see this. so it's easy for her to understand stuff. Yeah. Next question: when are you gracing us with a firstborn, mama? Listen, if I had R1,000,000 in my account right now, I would probably be having 5 kids. I love children so much. I want kids of my own. I want many kids, in fact, and I just want to be in a stable position. And when I also want to be married first, so I don't want children out of wedlock. So as soon as things work out like that, best believe you're getting a child. But also, after getting married, I just want like a few years to just spend with my husband, just the two of us. And but like, I really genuinely want kids. I love kids. Now it's just not the ideal time to have kids, but if circumstances were different, you would be, this is my friend asking, so if circumstances were different, you would be an auntie to 5 kids right now. You would have organized 5 baby showers already. So just be glad, okay? Next question: do soul ties matter to you, or you don't care much about body count? I do care about soul ties. They do matter to me, which is why I always try to be very cognizant of the people that I'm allowing into my life. And yeah, Next question, how much do you spend a month? Like, Sisinuko, you buy. This is my baby sis, my baby cousin. I genuinely don't know how much I spent, but yeah, guys, I know I buy a lot, but yeah, I'm sure there are people that actually spend way more than I do, but I really don't spend that much, to be quite honest with you. I don't have a lot of money anyway, so yeah. Next question, do you believe in marriage? This question deserves a separate dedicated video because I am obsessed with marriage. And I think growing in the home that I grew up in, just looking and observing my parents' marriage is what's making me desire marriage so much. I feel like had I grown into a family where I could see that the marriage between my parents was toxic, and I would be feeling a bit different about things right now. But my parents have such a healthy marriage. It's admirable. My parents, oh guys, can you guys tell how I love those two people? Like, I'm genuinely so obsessed with my parents, guys. Every time I speak about them, I cry. No matter I'm saying happy things or sad, but I always just shed a tear or two. And yeah, so I genuinely do believe in marriage. I think I've seen it from the best, literally. Yeah, so let me not get into too much detail because I won't stop talking, but I 100% totally completely believe in marriage. Next question, what motivates you to wake up in the morning? What motivates me to wake up in the morning? The knowledge that my situation tomorrow could be better than what it is today. So me waking up today essentially to work could mean that I'm improving my life tomorrow, which is the case, literally. So yeah, I think that motivates me to wake up in the morning. And also just the fact that I do receive good feedback from people about the things that I do, and I love when that happens because that just motivates me and it gives me so much assurance that what you're doing matters, what you're doing is important, what you're doing is making a difference in someone's life, and I love that. So yeah, next question, do you enjoy it in the chocolate box? Do you know why I'm laughing? Because when I got this question, I was like, what does this person mean? And I had to actually respond to her in her DM and say, hey, listen, you need to explain this question because I don't understand. And she laughed so much. You actually discussed me, you know yourself. And when I asked her, she was like, okay. So she translated this to normal English, to decent English that everyone can understand. Because, oh no. Because this is the language that naughty people use, I suppose. So she did explain that this actually means that, do I enjoy anal sex? And I've never done that. I will never do it. I'm dizzy. And so I don't know because I've never done it. Next question, do you sleep naked or with pigeons? I absolutely hate sleeping naked, you guys. I try, man, with a boyfriend and stuff, but yeah, that I don't mind. If I'm sleeping with my boyfriend and I'm naked, I don't mind. But generally, if I'm alone, I'll never just sleep naked. I just find it very uncomfortable, and yeah, no, I don't do it. Even now, sometimes like when I'm sleeping with my boyfriend, I still want to wear my PJs, and he complains about it because apparently it's uncomfortable for him because he can't cuddle with me properly when we're sleeping, and it's like, it's because now it's still a bit cold, so I want to wear my PJs, hey, because sometimes obviously sleeping, yes, we're cuddling before we fall asleep, but as soon as he's deep in sleep, he will be there totally forgetting about me, and I'm here feeling cold. So no thanks, I'm gonna sleep with my PJs on. Next question, which is the last question, how is your saving life? I'm struggling so much with saving money monthly. Listen, it's a struggle, sis, but all we can do is try. So I love about me the fact that I've always I've always empowered myself in terms of finances, just doing research and stuff like that. And this was way from varsity. I remember when I was when I was at race, there was a time when I had a unit trust with Old Mutual, yeah. But obviously, because I wasn't getting that much money, I ended up canceling that thing because I couldn't afford it. So yeah, so even when I started working, literally my first salary, I didn't save or anything like that, but the following month, I had which I still have now, a unit trust with Ellen Gray, and I basically save, they deduct like 1.5 of my salary every single month. And the only issue with this one is that it is flexible, so you're able to withdraw your funds at any time. Also, it says that you have to put in like a 30 days notice, but literally if I send my application, my withdrawal request today, Monday today, before the end of this week, I would have received the money, which is what I think is setting me back, because sometimes I'm really broke and I need money, and I know that I can get my money fast, so I just complete a form and submit a withdrawal request, and I get my money. And yeah, so but if I hadn't withdrawn anything since May last year, I mean since June last year, which is when I started saving, I would be very, very far right now. Yeah, I would be I would be quite far actually. Let me try to calculate for you actually. uh uh, mm-mm. So I would be having, more than 22,500, because there's also interest that you get when you investing your money. So it would obviously be the money that you invest plus interest. So what I'm calculating now is just my investment amounts. I would be having about 22,500 plus the interest, which I haven't included in this amount. So it is quite difficult, but you need to have like a certain level of discipline. And besides this unit trust, I recently opened another bank account just to have my own savings, so that I can just save money there, and whenever I need money urgently, I can use that money instead of using the money in the unit trust. So yeah, just find a plan that works for you. I've also heard very many times, and which is something that I really believe, that if you can't save with little, you probably can't save with much. Because some people like to say, I'll only start saving when I start earning 20,000. It doesn't work like that. If you can't save with your 500 right now, when you get 2 million, you probably still will not be able to save. So you need to have discipline and just find a plan that works for you, and be very honest with yourself with your expenses and how much money you spend on a monthly. Don't also suffocate yourself by trying to save a lot of money than you can afford. So yeah, all the best. And this is the end of the video, you guys. I really hope that you guys did enjoy this video. I really enjoyed filming this, and I will do one of these every once in a while. So I really appreciate everyone that took that time and went to my Instagram to leave their questions there. I hope that you guys do enjoy this video. I have responded to every single question, so don't come at me and say that I chose who to respond to, because I didn't do that. Okay, so yeah guys, I hope that you enjoyed this video. Please be sure to give it a very big thumbs up. Please comment down below, and most importantly guys, please subscribe to my channel. We are almost, well, not almost, but we are definitely on the road to 2,000 subscribers. And yeah, I am counting on you guys to help me get there. Okay, thank you so much for watching. I love you guys so much, and I really appreciate you. I will see you in my next video.